Antoine. I'm a former U.S. Marine. I was also a Marine Corps martial arts instructor. This is going to be my assistant for today. His name is Mr. Lozano. And what we're going to be doing is showing you just a basic technique on how to disarm an opponent if they have a pistol/handgun pointed at you. We're always utilizing safety at all times. With that being said, I do want the viewers to see something before we get into the technique. So this looks like a real life handgun. I just want the viewers to see that it's not. It's just a BB gun. But even though it is just a BB gun, we're still always practicing safety. So the BB gun, of course, is not loaded. There are no BBs in the clip. And there also are no BBs in the actual gun itself. I like using this gun because it does come close to the real thing. So it helps you to train in a real life setting for a real life scenario. But even though, like I said, it's just a BB gun, it doesn't matter. We're still practicing taking the safety measures, so finger off the trigger. We're not pointing the weapon at anyone. Never point the weapon at anything until you're ready to fire or until you intend to shoot. Practicing safety and building that muscle memory, so we're still being safe with it. So I just want the viewers to see that before we actually get into the technique. So what we're going to do is I'm basically going to show you the 5 steps to this technique. I will go over them, step by step. I'll explain its variations and what they're used for. And then at the end of the video, what we're going to do is we're going to perform the technique in half speed, and then we're going to perform the technique in full speed. So with that being said, let's jump right into the technique. We're going to load the gun, put the clip in the gun, just so we can get that realism out of it. It has the same weight as a gun and everything. So that's why I like to train with it. So my assistant here as well knows how to handle the weapon, and he knows the safety procedures and the safety protocol and all that to the weapon as well. So first step is literally this. This is the first step. So you're putting your hands up, oh sir, please don't hurt me, whatever the case. You're giving the illusion of compliance. This step is a compliance stance, basically, showing that you're willing to comply. But knowing this technique, you're giving the illusion of it. That's one thing you're doing. And at the same time as well, being in this position, it's going to help you react a lot faster to the technique that you're going to be performing. It's going to help you react a lot faster than being down here. So step number 1, you give the illusion of compliance. What you're doing is you're attacking him psychologically. You're making him think that he has the upper hand, but he really doesn't. So step number 1, go ahead. Step number 1, giving the illusion of compliance. Step number 2, strike. Right? Palm to palm. Palm on the barrel, the beginning, the very front of the barrel, or the back I should say, not in the front. You're not putting your thumb right here so it can get blown off. You're putting it right here. This palm meets his palm on the handle. This palm right here, striking so you can push it away from you. Get a little closer. Now at the same time, I do want to make a note. You do always want to be aware of your surroundings behind you. Okay? But, like I said, palm to palm, palm right here on the top of the barrel. Now putting our thumb in front. Okay, we don't want your thumb to get blown off. And you're getting the gun off you. Okay, so you're never safe if there's a gun in the vicinity, but you're relatively safe. You're taking those steps to disarm him. So, gun's off you. Step number 2. From here, step number 3. Getting that leverage. Okay, come a little closer. Nestor, if you can, go ahead and try to pull the trigger. Right, okay, so see, it's uncomfortable for him. So what's going on right here is that, number 1, you're getting that leverage. Okay, so he doesn't have a very good handle on the gun like he did when he first pointed at me. Number 2, it's uncomfortable for him because we're utilizing joint manipulation at this point. Okay, so step number 1, compliance. Step number 2, strike, getting the gun off you. Step number 3, joint manipulation. One more time for the viewers. Try to pull that trigger, Nestor. It's uncomfortable for him because we're doing joint manipulation and we have that leverage on him. Okay. From here, step number 4, weakening his grip. You bring the gun around. Okay. I do want to make another note. Okay. In this position, right, you go through your steps. Okay. When you're bringing the gun around, a lot of people that utilize this technique like to bring the gun around like this. Okay, do you notice something wrong with this picture? If you do that, you might as well hold yourself hostage. Take the gun away from him and point it at yourself. Okay, and never at any time do you want that gun pointed on you. Okay, you're always in concern for your safety as well. Okay, the point is to disarm him and get away. It's not for you to put the gun on you or put yourself at risk of getting shot. Okay, so when we do this technique, all right, compliance, strike, leverage, weakening his grip, bring it around from the top. Okay, not in front of you, from the top. Step number 4. Step number 5, from there, snatch away, take your steps back. Get down, get down. Right? The setting, of course, does not permit to take the steps back, but I recommend, getting as far away from him as you can, or at least at a good distance where he can't just charge at you. You get away, okay? You aim in where necessary, and of course, still utilizing that safety. Of course, get down, right? So we'll do a walkthrough of that one more time. All right, so pointing the gun at me. Step 1, compliance. Step 2, strike. Step number 3, getting that leverage. Step number 4, bringing the gun around from you, not aiming in at you. All right, step number 5, snatch away as you weaken this grip. All right, you take your steps back, get down. Okay, we'll do it in half speed. So right now, we'll do it in half speed, and then we'll do it full speed. And hopefully you guys can have an understanding of how to perform the technique. I showed you the 5 steps so that you can practice it slowly and build that muscle memory. As you learn the steps throughout time, you can perform them a lot faster and you'll be a little bit more fluid with it. So here's half speed. Step number 1, of course, right? Sir, please don't hurt me. I got a wife, kids. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? Get down. All right? And here's what it looks like in full speed. All right? So got the gun pointed in at you. Sir, please don't hurt me. I got a wife and kids. Get down. And it's as simple as that. Of course, if you practice and build that muscle memory with time. So that is basically my basic instruction, our basic instruction on how to disarm an opponent if they have a gun aimed in at you, handgun/pistol. Once again, my name is Antoine Blake. I'm a former U.S. Marine. Also was a Marine Corps martial arts instructor. This was my assistant for the day. His name's Mr. Lozano. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video.